Outdoor architecture scene exercise using AI and Blender. Creating an outdoor architectural render with a camera partially orbiting the subject turned out to be harder than I expected, at least for me. A camera orbit is essential to appreciate the subject's geometry, but it also requires new scenery elements to come into view as the camera rotates around the main subject. Since ensuring consistency while moving the camera is currently the main challenge with AI, I use Blender to provide keyframe guidance. The first thing I need is a wide-angle background panorama with a clear area where I can place the house and scenery elements. This panorama must be large enough to accommodate the planned camera movement. I generated the panorama using Flux 2 in text-to-video mode, with the prompt shown here. Next, I generated a Flux 2 view of the house and other scenery elements, and then created a 3D model importable into Blender using a ComfyUI Trellis 2 workflow. The resulting model isn't very clean, but that's fine because the AI will compensate later. Here's the Blender setup. There's no need to perfect the lighting or realism since Flux 2 will handle that. Instead, the Blender keyframe snapshots will serve as a guide. I need at least a first and last frame to start with, though 1 or 2 additional keyframes in between are welcome. So far, geometry inconsistencies are mitigated. But even with the guidance from Blender's keyframe snapshots, the lighting across different keyframes cannot be made perfectly consistent. I can only minimize these discrepancies by carefully describing the lighting in the prompt. This consistency is crucial when moving on to the LTX 2.3 animation phase, as it minimizes artifacts like cast shadows shifting unnaturally during the animation. Since reducing lighting inconsistencies through the prompt alone wasn't enough, I discovered an unexpected improvement. Unexpected for me and for the various AIs I consulted, reducing the strength of the keyframes. In hindsight, it makes sense. It allows LTX 2.3 to deviate slightly from strictly following the Flux 2 frame's lighting, without letting it become too imaginative with the scenery objects.